You said that earlier that you'd gone through immigrant wilderness also.
Uh-huh.
Is there a zone? If you kind of, I always think Yosemite, I kind of quadrant into four zones, right? You got the northwest,
Sure.
east.
Yeah.
Is there a zone of Yosemite that you found to be kind of your favorite to trounce around in? It's like I love going back here. It's like whether it be routes or canyons or more granite.
Oh, yeah, Charlie, good question. It's really hard for me to pick favorites.
Okay,
It's all pretty wonderful.
that's fair. My wife hates when I ask the favorite questions too. She goes, "Stop doing that. They're all good."
Yeah, truly. I mean, I think one, zone of the park that stood out to me just because I didn't, expect it, I
Yeah.
guess, was what would be the Northwest, out above Cherry Lake and,
Hmm.
Lake Eleanor, that little corner.
Okay.
Mm, and Boundary Lake and Inferno Lakes there, and then go a little further, to the east, you'd get to the Twin Lakes and the
Hmm.
Peninsula Lakes, and that whole area, I just wasn't really expecting they're all those lakes, most of them are kinda lower elevation,
Okay.
6,500 to 7,500, some of them
Hmm.
maybe pushing 8. Um, and it's kind of it looks on topo maps like a pretty mellow part of the park, but there's lots of stuff that falls under the 40-foot contour line. A 10-foot cliff
Gotcha.
is enough to turn you around, me anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of that kind of business in that area and brush. So it's kind of a fun, surprisingly difficult little corner of the park to negotiate.
Okay.
But cool little lakes, and a lot of it's off trail.
Yeah. I don't hear about that corner very often. I've never personally been
Yeah.
on that corner
Yeah,
myself.
it's
Um.
out of the way, you have to drive it's kind of a long drive out to Cherry Lake, and then
Mhm.
for, like 5 years, the main trailhead was kinda washed out, so you had to hike another mile. I think they may have fixed that by now.